I'm Tim. Welcome to my reading room. Yes, I have a reading update for you today and have some changes to my reading plans. So I'll go over them later on. But first, I've finished Origin by Dan Brown. This is last of the books that, as of right now, of is in that are in the Robert Langdon series, and of course it's full of adventure and stuff. And this book was tugging real hard on me till towards it, and it got a little better because it's about former student of Robert Langdon that became a billionaire, and by the computer business he had and stuff, or he was known for his programming and stuff. And, well, anyway, after he graduated, he kept being friends with Robert Langdon over the years, and now he gives Robert a ticket to go over to Spain for a presentation he's making, and the presentation is talk about like the begin, like how we originated and where are we going into the world, to talk about human beings, and but that's but before he gets in his presentation, before he gets to that part, because he's doing some stuff before that, and also does some snippets from some of Robert Langdon's speeches, because he's Robert Langdon's art history professor at Harvard. Well, anyway, before he could get to his presentation that he had prepared for, that there were people from all over the world, and it was being live streamed all over the world too. But before he could do that, he gets shot, and of course killed. And so Robert Langdon, along with and this is in Spanish at that too, but so well, anyway, like the MC for the event, or host of the event, she's engaged to get married to the prince, a Spanish prince whose father is close to dying. So, well, and she's engaged to him. So he had made sure that they had some guards there for protection, and Robert Langdon is there, and this billionaire had told him to keep his thing where they, something that they wore like around their neck, and what it is it's a device where they could communicate with the computer. It's AI, advanced AI, and just before this billionaire was shot, the computer told him, "Hey, there's somebody in there that's not supposed to be," and he says it. And that was just about that time that guy, Robert Langdon's trying to get through the crowd and to protect his friend, but then a guy that comes in and or before he gets there, the guy that shot him, and so they're both so Robert Langdon and his girlfriend for the rest of the book are going around trying to be able to get this guy's discovery or his presentation streaming, but they need to find the password. It's a 47-character password, and they're going all over, and this is just all contained in like one night, mainly. And so this is following them getting around Spain in different places to finally figure out finding the password, and them being able to get to the computer center where they can transmit it. So, but that is good, and that especially at the end with how it comes out. So, so that's all I have to say on this book. And with this being read, I've read all the Dan Brown books that are published as of now. So, or the novels, I should say, anyway. So, and I'm also, for an audiobook, I'm listening to Of Human Bondage by W. Somerset Maugham, which I'll be finished by the end of the weekend. I have like 5 or 6 more hours to go, something like that. And then after that, I'm starting. Before I go on to what I'm going to be reading next, I did pick up one book. This is how the physical media I picked up during the month. I got this at a Dollar Tree for $1.25. It's Germania by Harald Gilbers. It's a novel of Nazi Berlin, and anybody that knows me knows that I like reading both World War II fiction and non-fiction, especially with the Korean. I mean, with the not Korean, but the European front, because I've been some of the places in it. I was stationed in Germany, so that was in the Air Force back in the 80s and early 90s. So, so with that said, okay, I know my last video I said I'm going to be reading where it's at, or I was showing you all those, like with Tom Clancy and Robert Ludlum and all that. Oh, and excuse the noise, they're doing some, they're getting the apartment next to mine and going across the drive, getting them ready for new tenants. So, but after I made that video a couple days later, I thought, hey, why just limit it to those? You'd have all these others to do, and you'd have to pick up all these books at the library and stuff. It's work on getting both those done that I have, like physical books, e-books, and all of that. And I'll pick some up along the way, especially if some of the books I'm reading are in series. I want to finish them. So I decided what I'm going to do. I'm doing it with all my books, and I'm starting with one with earliest copyright to it. I know there's some that will go earlier. But see, I'll be reading a physical book, a notebook on my Kindle, and one on my book, Kindle, and Nook. I mean, book, Nook, and Kindle, I should say. And so I'll show you the ones that how I have it set up for my physical books right now. I have not ready yet with the Nook or the Kindle, but the book I'm starting now is, I've just read some of the introduction in here so far. This is the Marble Faun by Nathaniel Hawthorne. I've read House of Seven Gables a couple of times and I liked it, so hopefully I'll like this. And if I like this, I'll be downloading his other books onto from Project Gutenberg, and that's another category I'll be doing books from too eventually, sort of like with these. So that's the first book of them. I'll show you the rest of the books I have, I have 16 books straightened out. Sorry about that, I had them underneath my desk. Okay, so hopefully I'll be done with the Marble Faun before the end of March, because the next one after that is this one here. It's Max Brand, The Long Chase. I know I recently showed you this in my book calls, and this is one I got for free. And it's the copyright of this one. Let me see here. Where does it? Need to find it. And this is originally from, this was originally copyrighted in 1922, and this is a Western, so it would count for June on the Range. And I'll show you. This one should go faster. See how big the lettering is on here. This is still over a foot away from the computer, and you can about read it like that. So that's the first book. The second, or that's the second book I'll be doing, I should say. The third book, and all the cover is damaged down here some. This is Willa Cather novel. It's Death Comes for the Archbishop. The only I should say that Max Rand, I haven't read any Max Brand before, so that will be an experience for me. I've read one Willa Cather novel before. That was one of ours, and I really liked it. Then next one after that, this is pretty much for one aimed more at kids. It's Davy Crockett by Constance Rourke. Notice it's a hardcover. Or I'm just trying to see the in here. It's copyright 1934. So, and when I was a kid, and a lot of people my age have the same experience as me as when I was a kid. I was born in December of '59, but in the 60s and 70s, there'd be Wonderful World of Disney or something like that, where they show a Disney show or movie every week on it. but they're not the ones that would normally weren't the ones that were in theaters, but some that they did just for on that series, and they had some Davy Crockett ones in it. So and we always liked that, and it made boys want to wear coonskin caps. And the next one, I don't have it right now. I know I have it. It's somewhere in my piles of books. Yeah, my books are more than overflowing. And that one is The Man of Bronze. I can't remember the author's name. It's first in the Doc Savage series, and it's from the 1930s. And then I've read several of her earlier stuff of books. So this is a later one of hers. This is Mary Roberts Rinehart. The State versus Elinor Norton. So that will be interesting. Okay, and I haven't really read anything by this author, but no, there's this one and like one or two others are real popular. This is Ayn Rand, The Fountainhead. And this is has a copyright of what year now? 1943. And yeah, this it has 704 pages in it. So it's not it's a long one. And then I still have more to show. Okay, then after that, okay, this doesn't have a dust jacket, so I'll try showing you on this spine. It's John Steinbeck, and it's what it is East of Eden, and the Wayward bus all into this one volume here. I recently picked it up. I was surprised seeing it. I know I've shown it in a video before this, but I think finding two Steinbeck books together is something. And so I have this. I'm telling this more for the Wayward bus. See, that's copyright 1947. But then I'll probably read East of Eden, right? Or I might read East of Eden before that. You'll see why in a little bit. Because East of Eden wasn't the copyright. That's 1952. The next up is George Orwell, 1984, and its copyright is 1949. And here's why I was telling you about that other John Steinbeck one, because here's more John Steinbeck. This is a Penguin classic of East of Eden. So I'll read that after 1984. Then Helen MacInnes, her best to be thankful. I'm not sure if this is like a spy novel, like she wrote several wrote for, if it's a romance one. So next is an Agatha Christie book, Destination Unknown, and I don't see anything about her. I don't know if this it's a Poirot or Miss Marple or Tommy and Tuppence or what. Here's another one that the damage covered. This is Jack Kerouac, On the Road. Of course, it's, you see, it's thin book. It's from 1955 to 254 pages. So that Agatha Christie one is from 1954. And then there's another Penguin classic. I know it's older than any of those others. It's that Virgil, that Aeneid. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but it's. But I'm going by the translation date here, or the copyright of the translated version, which is okay. This translation was first published in 1956. Okay, then next up is Helen MacInnes. MacInnes again. It's North from Rome. I think this one is a spy one, and it's has a copyright of 1958. And the last one I have of those right now is for now C.S. Lewis, The Screwtape Letters. I figured you'd notice this is a thin book to you. It's by C.S. Lewis. My daughter really loved this book when she read it. It's more of a Christian book, and so that's what I'm going to be reading for paperbacks. Okay, for my Kindle, I'm still working on that, and I'll be able to do around the first 15 of those, so I'll tell you about them hopefully in my next video, update video. And then with my for right now, with my let me bring it up. I'm going to just keep continuing reading the Jules Verne books in chronological order, and the book I'm about to start on here is In Search of the Castaways, or The Children of Captain Grant. This one's from 1868. This book falls in is the one just before 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. It's a book before that. And so that's also what my reading is going to be for a good while, for the physical books, and then a little bit about with my e-readers. So that's all I have for you this time around. So until next time, take it easy and keep on reading.